Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to NFT Live on the Web3 Network. It is Thursday, February 15th. Excited to be sitting with you here. When we're getting new all-time highs on a lot of altcoins, it does feel like we've thrown off the shackles. We crossed that $2 trillion market cap moment. We might be in the first inning of the bull, but Huda might have something to say about that.
Wait, 2 trillion what in the total crypto market? That's beautiful. I didn't know that. Holy shit.
We did it. How excited are you for that?
Wow. Well, yeah. I don't have enough. I don't have bags, so not that excited, but that's a big moment.
All right, we are going to do our best to take you around the industry. I got a bunch of co-hosts. Gifted is in the green room, getting himself pretty.
Say, he was here just a minute ago, right?
Eating pistachios.
He's a beautiful man. I'm sure
he didn't have enough mousse in his hair.
Did he just come in right?
I think all three of those things could be correct at once. So, all right, Gif is here. We got the
giraffe.
What is it? The pentabox up here. That's not really a pentagon, but you know what I mean. Christian Jensen is here early. I am doing my best to share out the show as we get started here. We started a little bit late today. We got a lot of things going on with our coverage here of the entire space. Excited to be sitting here with Huda, DP, Gifted, and Biggie Poppins. Let's just go around the old box here. Huda, you start.
I'm up first, guys. Yeah, where do we start? And what's even going on? I think I say this often, and it's not a cop out for trying to give some kind of intro here, but head spinning because it's just that kind of time in NFTs. So this morning when I did my video, I started it by saying it's crypto's running. There's not a lot of news in NFTs. And I proceeded to record 50, 60 minutes of me talking about how much shit's going on in the space. I'm literally spinning in circles here. I will say I'm very excited about what's happening on Bitcoin. The art scene may be finally starting to happen over there. And I've been waiting for that for a year now. So beautiful stuff there. Maybe we carve out a little time to talk about those couple projects from yesterday. But yeah, really beautiful time right now in this space.
Did you, before we let another co-host up here on stage and in the spotlight, did you actually mint the pieces that you meant to mint yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Both Floras, and the night before I actually did the Flares NFT from Far. Right. Interesting stuff on both of those. Can't wait to dive in.
All right, DP, happy to have you here, sir, on a Thursday, on your regularly scheduled day. I appreciate you, brother. What's going on?
Hey, man. Hey, look, man, take the shackles off Web 3 so we can pump, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got it going.
What have you been up to this week?
Man, look, man, a whole lot of anxiety of missing out on shit, man. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
What was your biggest miss? What was your biggest damn it?
Oh.
I'll tell you mine.
Mine
was Flares. I was trying to mint what this guy was trying to mint.
Same
and,
thing.
You know, being Bitcoin, right? I fired my transactions real quick the minute it got to the price that I thought it would. And then I waited for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I went to bed and I was like, well, looks like I missed. The next day I woke up, my Bitcoin was gone. I fucking made it. I scored. I win. No, I didn't. I came back.
Yeah, that is my biggest. Yeah, I missed out on Flora, man. Yeah, Flora was that I'm glad you brought that one up. That's I really wanted that one, but it's all good, man. We got some stuff to look forward to that's coming to say. I saw Larva Labs is creeping their way in.
Wait.
Yeah, you didn't check the chat. You better go look in that I posted it. I got Dr. Mills from Say.
Okay, this we need to see. I need an invite back to Telegram.
Is that the Kunks thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
Who it's a one-time invite. Sorry. I'm just kidding, dude.
I don't leave Telegram, by the way. I don't know why I can't find it. Either I can't find it or someone gave me a little boot.
Oh, okay. No, I think what happened was when we made the switch to a different group. Anyways, yeah, I'll get you back.
Yeah, because Cat is super active there, and I'm just like, Huda doesn't like us. He's
all right, you guys.
So I see. Okay, so you DP, you threw a grenade in this room real quick. So you said Mills is talking about Quunks combining the is this what we're talking about here? Is this Yuga?
It said Larva Labs in the tweet. That was my first time seeing it, so I didn't have a chance to go to a lot.
It as part of the inspiration.
Oh, the concept. Okay, I misread. My bad.
No, he's gone.
Bad data.
He's gone.
Everybody was
like something like that.
Let me just. I saw he highlighted it, and I didn't read the whole sentence.
Like,
My bad. It's one of those. Yeah. It was one
DP
of those.
has like 50 of them.
Happens.
Yeah, it was Cliff Note. My bad.
We'll probably never see something from Larva Labs again. As soon as I'm saying that, though, I remember last year they actually did release an NFT. They did put out a token for like some kind of like art DAO or something like that. So I shouldn't say never.
Yeah. All right, Biggie Poppins, how are you doing, sir? What's going on? Appreciate you co-hosting there on Say What in the Morning along with Gifted. You guys just you killed it today. The music was actually fantastic. I'll give you that.
What?
The music was fantastic.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you enjoying the music, sir. I was trying to get work done for the studio. You know, like I saw the title. It said something about me dealing with Cappy FUD. I was like, oh, fuck shit. Yeah, I'll bring my Cappy fam in there. And I was trying to get the founder there to come with us and be like, let's fucking smash this once and for all. Because I'm tired of it, man. I'm ready for fucking war. Like, if people want to bring it, fucking bring it. But bring it. Do your homework. Bring proof. Don't just come here and be like, shit is sus. Like, you're sus, man. Like, come up and be like, shit is sus. It's like, well, it's sus because of what? Can you guide me through it?
Okay, so the Cappy, yes, I can guide you through it, Biggie Poppins. Hold on. They're saying that there's brand new wallets sweeping up like 50 Cappies and nothing else.
Yeah, I happen to know one of them, and they did it this morning. People fucking like Cappies. People are bridging capital over from Ethereum and Solana to fucking buy Cappies. You should be happy about it, not fucking angry. I don't understand this. Like, okay, what's the part? So the fact that they don't buy anything other than Cappies, that's a sus part.
Look, they're basically claiming that it's not legitimate volume, but I would just push back against that. Even if it is the team market making their own projects, like I'm kind of okay with that. There's fucking how many Cappies are there? 10,000?
Yeah, 700 listed. Yeah, like all the more important traits are going
out. It's a huge fucking collection. I'm down with the team. I'm down with the team actually picking it up. So
I mean, I kind of wish that they hadn't gone with 10K for where the space is at. That said, like it's not, you can't really participate in the NFT space without just being okay with some people doing these types of tactics. Like,
but if you're gonna accuse them of come with proof. Don't just come with sus bullshit.
Biggie, hold on, dude.
They're looking at on-chain data.
They drop pallet.
The link is not enough, dude. Like, to me, it's like, okay, well, I can fucking go and pick up some wallet links and show some other pickups and call them sus, and that's it. Wipe my fucking hands with it. Look, when the fucking quick exchange things happened, I saw people get down and dirty in that shit. They got down to the code level shit. I saw fucking threads, detailed threads pointing. All I see here is pointing at and seeing too many people buying too many Cappies. Oh, these single wallets buying Cappies, outrageous. This is sus. It's like, okay, fine. I get it. It could be what you're saying. They're market making their own product, or it could be that fucking people like fucking Cappies, right?
I don't care.
But yeah. It might be. Though here's the thing: the reason why I do care is because we've been
own this narrative.
The bag bias. Let's come on. Let's be honest.
There's definitely bag bias, and that's fine. And if I'm wrong, I'll move on. You won't hear me cry about it, and I'll be right. I won't be writing threads on it, right? Like, it's not my project. I didn't found it. I'm just a fan. But I'm also a naked dog, and I do try to promote transparency in the ecosystem. It's what we try to do. It's Say What in the Morning. And, I'm all for it, dude. When fucking bad actors come up, I'll be the first one to call them out. And if this happens to be one, I'll fucking publicly admit it. And it's no biggie, no fucking skin off my back. I'll lose some money, and that's about it. I'll move on. Not the first time it's happened. My issue here is that all of a sudden we're having these sanctimonious actors kind of start cherry picking what they want to FUD and what they don't, whether it's Ghosties or these other projects. And they come up with these very vague fucking proclamations and say, well, yeah, look at these fucking wallets. This is us. It's like, come on, man. Do better. If you're going to come up and actually shoulder check someone, be ready for that person to fucking shoulder check back. And like, have your arguments in place and make them clear and understandable. Like, to me, posting wallet transactions just like that, does not sus make. Like, that's my issue here. It's like, please, if you're gonna fucking go at the king, make sure you don't fucking miss. Like, if you're gonna come out and actually call something a scam or this or that, Yeah, it's like come with fucking proof, like actual concrete proof, and guide people through it. Because from what I've seen, you know, I can show you also some other wallet transactions from the fucking founder and from the samurai saying what the issues were and trying to clarify that fucking airdrop. Honestly, it sounds like sour
Are
grapes.
you not entertained?
Hey, Biggie, give us a range of how many cappies you own. Right? Not the exact number, but what's the range?
Amounts, man, substantial amounts. I like them. I like the little
between 15 to 20.
Huh?
Tell me that you have a bag of cappies without telling me that you have a bag of cappies. Come on.
Okay, hold on. What he's saying is true though. Biggie, I'll back you up here. Even though you get,
I'm solid. I'm a fucking rock, dude. I'm just saying.
I got cappies too.
You know, at least I care enough about my persona and my good name in this space that if I'm gonna come up and fucking shit talk a project or call somebody a rugger or a scammer, I'm gonna come with fucking proof, like actual concrete proof, and be like,
okay,
this is why I'm saying these things, right? What I'm seeing here is a lot of people hiding in their little Discord chats and coming out and typing and coming up and saying these little vague terms where it's like, okay, where's the backup, man?
Are you not entertained with Biggie Poppins up here?
Dude, bring it, people. Bring it. I want the fucking lawyers. Let's go to court.
Smoke, baby. Come with the smoke.
Show it to me. And then I'll shut up. And then I'll say, oh, damn, you're right. Damn, it was a scam. But until then, don't come to me with your sus bullshit, because that's sus. And you just look weak, sour grapes, like somebody that faded something and it ran up and you didn't get a chance to pick up.
Is Biggie talking to you guys, or is this conversation going on
out there? Are we talking about Cappy still?
I'm talking to these little sub Discord channels where they're like trying to fucking find things that are not there. Apparently.
Christian Jensen saying Biggie bringing the heat right out of the gate. That's probably the right way to put it. Yeah. Are you not entertained with the co-hosts up here? I am also up here. I'm Nifty Q. I'm a co-host as well of NFT Live. I'm not going to bring the fire like that. Hopefully we bring a fire episode though. Gifted, drop the disclaimer. Let's launch this puppy into outer space and see where we head.
Sure. What a start to today's show. Welcome everybody. It's NFT Live, the longest running show in all of NFT news. And we're happy that you're here, especially y'all in the comments. I see you, Marty. It's great to have you, Marty. Always. Shout out Marty McFly. Christian Jensen. We got Huda over here just lighting up the chat. And Squash Man, Max Aguilar, thanks for coming and hanging out with us today. We know there's a lot of different places and things that you could be doing with your time, so it means a lot. And if you could take one extra step and smash that like, that would also mean a lot. And while you're at it, we must remind everybody here up front that thou shalt not speckle, which of course means this is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors, and these are not advices that you should ever do financial things with, because you will end up with a bag of rugged cappies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Biggie. I'm just kidding, Biggie.
Here's
it's a joke. It's a bad joke.
Back when I used to say blah, 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 blah.
I got cappies too. It was a bad joke. It was a bad joke.
Show. We all own some cappies, I think. We've all been red-pilled on some cappies. Well, this is the topic for today. Blast is I guess I thought launch was unlock was in February. I guess it's in May. I need to look at that.
It's next year.
Detail. Yeah, it's
just get used to it.
We're gonna talk on Blast being the next big alt chain. We've been covering a ton. We've been mentioning a lot of our favorites, and guess who has been mentioning it a lot? I'll give him his credit, Marty McFly. Not that we ever disagreed with you on that, Marty. But you're right. We probably
I would never disagree with Marty. I would never disagree with Marty McFly.
Is Marty anonymous? I'm assuming so, right?
Yeah.
He's Martaniel McFly. That's his given name.
McFlizzy.
I'd love to get him up here shooting the shit.
Ape Chain is also a go for launch. That vote happened via the DAO/Horizon Labs. Is Top Shot back? Is NFT all day back? This might be an interesting sign for the market. Doodles and G-Shock we'll mention, and then Barachain, another alt chain that we've been covering, has been having some goings on that we'll get into. So it's not just that. We'll definitely be covering a lot more, but that is kind of the issues that we are going to cover. Yeah, Gifted's actually taking off. Last thoughts before we move.
Well, I have one quick thing that, again, I don't think we're going to really hit on or spend much time on today that I think is worth mentioning. for those that are just paying attention to what's happening in the wider Web3 ecosystem, this is something that actually makes me sleep a little bit better at night. And that is that it appears that CoffeeZilla and Zach XBT are now teaming up. They're like teaming up to do different types of investigative journalism on the influencers that are doing shady shit.
Like the Hardy Boys or something?
So yeah, exactly like the Hardy Boys of Web3.
I mean, they've been working together though.
Well, I think they've been maybe just sort of knowing about each other, covering each other, but now it seems like they're actually like partnering on like finding out and then sharing this data out. And look, I have tremendous respect for what they do. We need more sort of like I don't know if it's vigilante justice, but we need more self-policing, especially of like influencers who are just acting in really shady behavior. So anyway, what's the point? The point is CoffeeZilla posted a new video on KSI1, who's a huge YouTuber, yesterday, basically uncovering that he has a pattern of pumping and dumping a bunch of different coins that has never really been exposed before. And Zach XBT was apparently a big part of this investigation with him. And I just love the fact that we now have the Hardy Boys of Web3 that are going to be calling out a lot of these influencers who are trying to come back. Because basically the way that it started is KSI1 revisited his old crypto Twitter that he abandoned years ago. And now he's trying to come back again to probably start doing the same shit again because crypto is heating up.
Is this like a shop they're opening, or they're just going to like, you know?
No, they're both doing their own things, but I think they're starting to work together more cooperatively and on different stories. You know, that's what it seems like to me. Because if you watch the video, it's clear that they really were sort of going back and forth on this KSI thing and asking questions and pulling data from different areas.
That's awesome. Maybe Cappy Capital can fucking hire them and come and fucking settle this goddamn
Jesus Christ.
You're pulling us back just when we thought we were out. He's pulling us back in.
No,
listen, if we're gonna call them the Hardy Boys, if we're gonna call them the Hardy Boys, I want some trademark, by the way. But we do have an awesome trailer, I think. Yes, Huda saying introducing a never before seen program on Magic Eden, a way to earn diamonds by supporting your favorite creators on the Ethereum Launchpad, an aptly named experience called Mint to Earn. Finally, a new hope for minters everywhere. I'm going to turn down the tunes. We're going to jump into a trailer because we love our fucking trailers. Let's see you on the other side.
Hell yes.
I was laughing.
Hell yes.
Yeah, who do you love that one, huh? Tell us. Do you have any initial takes, sir, other than it's fucking awesome?
I mean, it's fucking awesome because, like, I think this gets us a step closer to, like, collect and hold to earn. Like, that's an incentive we've not really seen. We see on Blast, it's like trade and list to earn, right? What a cool way to actually kind of grow the space and maybe foster collecting. That, like, do this. Find new ways to incentivize people. And now with royalties, you know, that'll be baked in there. I think it's brilliant. I think it's obvious, but I think it's brilliant that they did it.
So they're saying season 2 will be rolled out on Solana, but season 1 specifically is going to be mint to earn on Ethereum. So this is part of the rollout at the end of the month.
I love it. I love it.
Other takes?
I love the idea of the market of Look, I just love that Magic Eden is actually, I think, really trying to find ways to incentivize creators and communities to behave in more sustainable ways. Like Cute is saying, one thing that we've seen in incentives is loyalty to marketplaces, but we have not seen enough loyalty to collecting and to communities and to artists and to all the other things. Like, I don't fucking really give a shit about loyalty to a marketplace. I understand why they care, But I do care about loyalty to the communities, to the artists, to the builders, etc. And so I think Huda's right in that this is again showing that Magic Eden, I think, is working in a really positive direction, showing that they are for the community in a lot of different ways now. And yeah, maybe this gets us closer to better loyalty and incentives for the collections, more actually holding and longer term. Again, this can really help these collections last and build. Like you need incentives and ways for these collections and these holders to actually stick together a little bit longer than just a quick fucking flip or a pump and dump. You don't build anything great that way.
Give me an example. Like give me the analogy of like the reality television series, the soap, the drama, the novella that is our relationship with Magic Eden when they initially started the whole movement, and now they're coming back and are leading the charge on the other side. Give me that in like a relationship term. I want someone to put that together.
We love a good, we love a good redemption arc.
I said battered wife syndrome.
So are we the battered wives in this? We're just like, this time is, well, I feel like this time is different, but I guess that's what a battered wife would say.
Yeah. Okay. But look, we love a good redemption story. We love a good redemption arc. And here's the thing again, I think more marketplaces are starting to understand the importance of aligning with the community in real ways. And that's why, again, I gave Palette a huge shout out on the show today. Shout out Palette, because when the quick exchange, optional royalties thing popped up, they were immediate saying, we're on the side of creators. We're on the side of royalties.
Listen,
that was good optics. That was good optics.
Yeah, it was right. Q. It was low hanging fruit. Yeah, it was naturally.
It was like, oh, they're fucking up.
Dead carcass. Right. Yeah.
but OpenSea fucked that up. A lot of other people fucked it up. The point is, people are realizing that you need to actually have the creators and the builders on your side. That's the point. So you can say it's optics for Magic Eden too. They realized that they fucked up or that they got what they needed and now they're changing. But either way, if the net result is aligning more closely with creator incentives and community incentives, I'm all for it.
It's fair. I agree with that take. I was just mentioning that it was easy for Palette to when everybody was fucking stabbing quick exchange in the corner. They're like, not us.
Market exchange.
We're for creators.
Market exchange wasn't quick. They were a lot slower.
They weren't. They should.
They weren't even initially out of the gate.
You're 100% right in that, and I think Palette was very smart in being very quick in putting out that post. That does not mean that they didn't do it for certain reasons.
Then I'm just giving them credit for reading the tea leaves and being smarter.
Exactly. Gif. Here's what I would say: Palette Exchange should have put that out a week ago, before the quick exchange stuff. If they put that post out before the quick exchange stuff, I would agree with you. That's my thought on this.
They didn't necessarily know quick exchange. It was kind of a stealth drop, right?
I'm just saying for supporting creators, though. It has nothing to do with quick exchange.
Yeah, they already had Market as a competitor, right? And like, it's only until Market was announced that they actually started stepping up their game and shipping shit, right?
Okay.
It's still been a disaster and a crappy fucking experience. Like, let's not forget about that, right? Like, their RPCs were shit.
They could have that thought process. I just wish if they had said this 2 weeks ago, I'd be more apt to believe them.
The bat was against the wall, and when Quick came out and fucked it up, it was like, you know what? You know who isn't fucking up like them? Us. Come back.
Lord and Saviors, huh?
All right, Huda, I'm going to send it your way here on the market front. So I'm going to briefly touch on some of the what we're seeing across the broader markets. Bitcoin crossing 52,000, Ethereum at 2,800. Solana's at 113. Solana just doesn't give a fuck. Like we covered this yesterday. They don't give a shit about that outage. They're just like, what happened? I blacked out for a little bit. It's my fault. I just drank too much. And obviously a ton of other tokens doing extremely well. I will include Say into that. I think they are one of the best performers in the top 100. Yes, confirmation bias. But Huda, you do your 5-minute updates every single day, man. What did you see? What were you covering this morning?
Today's kind of one of those days where it's hard to find a narrative, right? Like, I think the market is still trying to find where it's going next. Like, speaking about NFTs specifically, like clearly people are still buying those Grail NFT collections, but it's starting to feel like we're shifting or maybe about to cycle back to art, which we touched on before. it feels like it's time for that, right? And there's some good new art releases we've had in the past just week here. So if it heads that direction, I wouldn't be surprised. And again, I would actually love that. But in general, NFT volume is just kind of, plateaued, and we're hanging out at a really good spot still. Like if this is where we're chilling till we actually take off, it's a pretty beautiful spot to be in. I did notice yesterday something I want to dive into like later, like some deep diving. But I saw like trade profits yesterday were negative, which we haven't seen much recently, but it was negative 11 million. Like that's a huge number, which we've seen like kind of in peak bear. Maybe there were wash trades, maybe there was some funny business, but that really stood out to me. And again, that's big enough where I want to go find the reason why.
Is that NFT profits?
I bet.
Yes, yeah, NFT profits, okay. Yeah, and typically we've been like in the positive, like 300,000 and up to $1 million, and $1 million's like the sweet spot, I think, where it's a good sign for the market. If it's a little negative, fine, but 11 million, I'll actually look. We haven't seen that in fucking forever.
So here's the thing. This is my best guess. There's been a ton of people hodling a bunch of NFTs down through the bear market that are all fucking wrecked, and all of a sudden crypto's pumping, and they're saying shit. I can at least get out with 10% of my initial investment and maybe 2 or 3x that if I'm sitting back in Say or Ethereum or something. Because right now these NFTs ain't fucking doing it. There's a lot of NFT projects that are never going to come back. So I think it's probably a lot of people offloading their junk to try and get back to the liquidity and participate in crypto's move right now. That would be my guess.
That's a really strong take. That's really good.
DP and Huda, we had the Robotos discussion yesterday. Do you guys have any quick takes on, even though, Giv was basically just mentioning some are never going to come back. Clearly, Robotos, unless there's some kind of community takeover, is going to be in that category. Y'all have takes?
Yeah, I just think we'll see a lot more of that. Oh, Biggie, I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead.
No, go for it. Mine's spicy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then this will be quick. It's nothing profound. I mean, we're going to see a lot of 2021 projects fold, right? Just like there's only so much you can do when you weren't ambitious enough to build something at this point in 2 to 3 years, right? I mean, what else are you going to do? Just hang around and waste people's time? At least at this point, be honest, be upfront, just pack it in and move on. I think the way that they exited, and I'm sure you talked about this, was maybe not the best, like dunking on the community or kind of shitting on them on the way out, saying the space is full of gamblers.
Yeah.
It always was. It is. That's correct. But shut up and leave then.
What a fucking revelation, right? Yeah. Oh my God. What a surprise. Nobody fucking saw that coming, right? Like I did very much dislike that take. Again, it seems to be the thing, sour grapes all around. I'm probably going to see more of that as we progress through this cycle. Just because it doesn't work out for you or you didn't play your cards right doesn't mean you get to fucking lambast the whole fucking ecosystem for not performing or whatever or reacting. I really like the Robotos and I like Pablo, like he's very creative and all that, but it's almost like, I don't know, like he went on a date with Elizabeth Warren and came out with this fucking shit. I thought it was kind of lame.
I think it's just another case of people not understanding their target market and their community profile. Like any creator that has to point out or that kind of like points out, the space is made up full of gamblers. Like, dude, what market have you been in? Like,
life is a gamble.
Why the fuck don't you know that already? Like, what people are here for. You know that when you release a project, if it's not some fine high art project, you need to be delivering incentives that circles my argument. Well, it brings me to the point of this whole hold to earn thing, that I feel like it shouldn't be on Magic Eden or any other exchange to release a program like that, because why would they care whether you hold or not? Because the more you hold, the more you aren't transacting, they aren't receiving their transaction fees. So I think it's up to the project to make sure that the incentives are going out.
And it's a really great point. And honestly, like we had the blast discussion just now, and I think Quantum really, really said it. Don't bring this back to Cappies. Don't bring this back to Cappies.
That's what they're building, you. That is literally what they're building.
I thought Quantum Variant who just joined. Hold on. Damn. We'll give you your Cappies take here in a second. Quantum Variant saying GM. Quantum was mentioning how Pac-Man and Blur and the products that he builds are a lot like Amazon, where they don't necessarily focus in on maybe the bottom line as opposed to trying to make it the best experience and gaining market share. That's the big part that he was talking about. So where they could cut a few corners and maybe make a couple more bucks on the blur side, blast side, all they give a shit about is let's provide as much value back to these people so that we can just destroy everybody else and gain as much market share as possible. And that's what it feels like in this situation as well, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, Biggie.
No, man, I don't want to fucking come out as a fucking shiller, dude. You're talking about a point that just so fucking happens that's what the product that Cappies is building. Literally a loyalty platform for other projects within the Say ecosystem to track, holder time period and reward and fucking engagement. It's mind blowing. I guess if it depends on the project that's doing it, if it's okay or not. I think I find DP's take very true. It shouldn't be on the exchanges. It should be on the projects themselves to have that direct correlation and understanding of their holders. And not only that, but just bear in mind that this is data that is being collected, pristine crypto data, unlike Web 2, which will at some point be very valuable, right? And I think it's better if projects themselves have a hold on it. I mean, I don't understand, does this not make sense to anybody?
It does, but the marketplaces have always been first and foremost where all of this stuff has been happening, like the incentives, all of that stuff.
But if I'm a project founder, I'm the one that wants to have that data to myself, maybe, or not disclose. I wouldn't want it to to send it to the exchanges or have them be the ones that are privy to it, maybe, or that collect it and hold it. I'm just saying, this is something that if I was a founder, I would like to be the one in control of that data and of that dashboard, and also to have that direct relationship with my holders. That's all.
Let me
say
this
real quick, DP. Let me do one thing real quick. I just before I forget, Hoot is all out there tweeting on X about us, but. Some comments here saying awesome vibes. So Grace, we see you watching. Cardno saying, "What is this hair?"
Oh, I love this.
You need to tap in more. You would know what it is if you tapped in.
Exactly, building lore.
So we appreciate everybody watching us over there on X. If you're on YouTube, we see a lot of comments that I haven't got to. Honestly, I'm not doing a great job over there. So we'll get to that in just a moment. Leave a like for these awesome creators getting after it on NFT Live every day, 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, DP, I had to get that in there, man.
Now, I just want to look into the camera, and I want to say that Cappy's team, if you're out there, you need to be tapping in with us, because no other project, no other community, no other show is pushing you all as much as Biggie Poppins is pushing you all. So you need to tap in with us. You need to bring the whole fucking community over here to Web3, to NFT Live, to Say What in the Morning. You need to be on all of our spaces, because nowhere else are you getting the type of promotion and the shout outs for free that you get here.
Biggie, drop this in. Yeah, if you're not dropping these shows in the Cappies Discord, then this is a missed opportunity, because they should know. If they like loyalty, they should like what you're doing up here. I
appreciate that, but I will add the disclaimer, and I think I have the fucking receipts to prove it. I'm not a shiller. I've never shilled Moonbirds to you. I've never shilled fucking Proof. I've never shilled fucking Cappies to you. I have not. I always highlight the great things at them, but I never say go buy them or do all this shit. I have positive sentiment. What I do is I push back against the fucking bullshit fudders out there that are fucking cowards and hide behind their little PFPs. If you want to come and have a fucking argument and talk, I'm here. I'm fucking doxxed. This is my fucking face. It ain't AI. Come on over and have that combo face to face, or better bet yet, IRL. I promise I'll try not to punch you. But really,
you're gonna regret that. There you go.
So let's
now we got to deal this with 6 months. God damn it.
We can't be. Yeah, we can't.
Is there a dump button?
All right,
dude. I'm just saying.
It can't be. We can't. But we can't be.
Always address it till the day I die, and I'll be canceled. But I'm not that popular.
God forbid the man say something that is just kind of hyperbole and not actually walking to someone's house and doing that. But anyways, Christian Jensen says Cappy Poppins. Squashman saying Ashira actually had a really good post thread about the history of Robotos. Pudgy Penguins just passed 55K. Say to the Arsenal's just getting after it in here. Say to the moon, we all winning. Shout out to Max Aguilar. Marty saying the trailer was pretty weak. Here's probably the most controversial comment that we have here in the show today. Funko doing Transformers, Star Trek, and Star Wars drops on wax next month. Y'all need to be paying attention. I'm going to drop that poll. I'm going to drop that poll in chat. Do we need to be paying attention to wax?
I'll tell you this. No. Okay, they've been doing those Funko drops for years, and I think you're almost always in profit if you play those. It's not a lot, right? They're like $25 a pack for like the premium ones, but I think, you know, like wax is a different ecosystem. Like those are usually W's.
There's different types of collecting and gambling. And for certain people, this makes sense. It's kind of low risk. I get a fun little collectible for an IP that I love. And maybe there's like a 0.001% chance that you get a super, super rare, like a very rare chance that you get a rare piece that maybe you could get like a 10 or a 50x on and make a few hundred or a few $1,000s. But most people, they just hold them forever and they're just junk in a wallet, right? I'm much more interested in trying to collect pieces that I feel like are unique, rare, and that will appreciate from teams or projects, provide utility. So it's just not my choice to go speculate on wax junk, because that's what I feel like that is. Anytime that these big Web2 brands come and drop a fucking 40,000, piece of a Boba Fett, like it doesn't really fucking interest me, because to me, it's literally the same thing as just getting a Funko little plastic piece of bauble toy junk that you stick on a desk and it collects dust. That's kind of what I think that is, most of it.
It is. I want to give them a little credit because, like I mentioned, they've been doing it for years. Like they were doing collectibles before most of the big brands came in, and I definitely want to give them the kudos for that.
They were one of the first. Other than Dapper Labs, they were the first.
Yeah,
these fuckers were getting after it. So I do not like the provenance wise. They kill it. It's the execution of trying to figure out this value accrual for both holders and the teams that they never figured out. But dude, you can run back the tape, man. Street Fighter, Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, man.
Jack's Hideaway.
We had the Sandlot. The Sandlot kid, the actors were on this fucking show. It was shilling. Every time I always like to go back to wax because Huda's like, what? You had Mike Shinoda on? Like we had fucking the Sandlot kids come back and shill their drop on wax.
Nice.
Wasn't able to flip.
That's wild though.
Lost it.
What you say? Those PF flyers win so fly no more, huh?
For
those NFTs are in your wallet forever.
All right, the poll is out there. Go hit it. Should we be covering wax? Yes or no? Let us know. I mean, honestly, if it hits yes, we have to cover it. So that's as
Peter Hughes thinks that in 10 years the physical NFT Funkos are worth a fuck ton. Okay, maybe you're right. 10 years. We'll check back in 10 years, in a decade, which is, by the way, that's about 1,000 years in crypto years. But all right, we'll check that.
Right.
If we're sitting here on this show in 10 years, we did something wrong.
Man, what? Unless we just doing it for fun.
Yeah, we're chilling and I'm down for that. But if we're doing it like for the, I would honestly, I would have a mental illness if I did this for 10 years longer. I think I would.
Jeez Louise, Lord have mercy.
Every single day for 5. Huda, speaking of, dude, you do this 7 days a week. How long can you keep this up, Huda?
Literally forever.
Forever?
I've got like that obsessive thing.
I do too.
Literally forever. It will never end.
You're going to be covering the markets literally every single day forever.
So I can just tell you, like, as long as I want to do that, I will. You know what I mean? So the answer is yes.
I know what you mean.
I want to be like people. I want to have 16 years of every day. This is my every day. Like, I have no reason to stop.
10 years out, that'll be Huda's real background. Like, it won't be digital.
That'll be his real hair.
Yeah. It does. And by the way, it doesn't mean that the format doesn't change to some degree. Like,
yes,
I'd love
the
for it
format
to just
will
be
change.
live.
Yes.
But yeah, every day.
Shit.
Yeah, you seeing that wax poll? Is that what that shit's about?
Yeah, a little bit. It looks like we're gonna have to cover it.
Jax is saying Wax is gonna bring the global audience to Web3 if you want it.
Lord.
Huh. All right. Well, we're gonna have to fucking cover it, so we might as well be getting used to it. All right, this was a bigger piece of news on the day. I'll briefly hit this. Horizon Labs and Arbitrum won the sweepstakes to build Ape Chain. This is a really cool post. This is from Yuga Labs. This is from the team building out, again, Bored Ape Yacht Club, building out, obviously, the other side. They're saying Yuga Labs, like many other devs in the ape ecosystem, are excited about what it can build on Ape Chain. That, like, outside of, like, okay, Machi didn't get it, Polygon didn't get it, Arbitrum got it. I'm not big on Arbitrum, and Horizon Labs essentially voted for themselves. I'm not going to, like, go dive deep into this, but I'm not a big fan of the ApeCoin DAO ecosystem. I really think it's super extractive. This doesn't make me feel any better. The fact that Horizon Labs came in, voted for themselves, won it. So it's basically like a fucking sham of a voting process.
Why is it a sham?
Because Horizon Labs, the team that won, voted for themselves.
And they hold a ton of ApeCoin, I suppose.
A ton is putting it lightly.
Okay.
Yes. So Horizon Labs won this. Will they build anything cool? Maybe. Again, I highlighted the Yuga Labs post because that makes me feel better about all this. But I'm completely just, Marty's going to love hearing it, but I'm just done with the whole ApeCoin DAO ecosystem. It was built on faulty material and basically quicksand and has, in my opinion, no chance.
Q, did you feel like it was truly going to be a community thing?
They sold it that way. Yeah. The problem is behind the scenes, it was for a way for VCs to exit, right? They use that. They can't sell their equity at this point in Yuga, but they can get a percentage of those tokens based on the equity they hold, and they can use that and dump it. So that's what happened there. That's why you see it go from X amount to X amount. And the DAO system is run by, I mean, it happens in every DAO. Like, it's not just ApeCoin, I'll give them that. But, like, people try to control it with money, with funds, all that stuff, and that's what you see. So I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer here, but
Yuga, you all need to come to the ground level.
That's what it feels
and
like.
Hire some of the most degen motherfuckers you can find, because I don't know what y'all have made way too much money to be fucking it up like y'all are. Like this, I don't understand like why you all can't get right. I truly, and I don't even like Yuga like that. But listen, man, this is crazy. It's getting to the point where it's pitiful. They keep making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Listen, come hire some people off the ground floor. Hire me. I'll come over and help. Hire Q, hire Biggie Poppins. You see the job that he's doing with Cap is a bang up job. You need to do something.
So,
oh man,
I saw an interesting tweet yesterday, and it wasn't about the Ape Chain, but it was about their gaming community council.
Yeah,
right. And it was from a guy who said he's in a group chat with 4 other people. So there's these 5 guys who are the top holders of Yuga gaming assets by a huge number, right? Like they are the dudes, and not one of them is on that gaming council. So it's like it's still that same story of that disconnect with the community. It's weird.
But it happens.
You have to separate the Yuga and what they're trying to do with other side and Bored Ape Yacht Club and all that stuff, and then ApeCoin, right? Because essentially what's happened at this point is until that tweet, and I put this out on a post, I was like, thank God they put this tweet out, because the last thing I heard was nothing. Like I think a lot of people thought this was going to be Yuga's token, and the way Yuga's acted is like, we built it, like just. Y'all go play, and it's been an absolute shit show. It's just everybody infighting, all of this stuff. It wasn't, hey Yuga, take this by the horns, you guys lead it. It was just they created it and all that stuff. So this tweet maybe makes me feel a little bit better that maybe they have some type of involvement here. But yeah,
like that Yuga tweeted out that, retweeted it.
Yeah, okay. No, they tweeted it out. They okay. So again, setting we've already been here, too long, but they haven't said shit about ApeCoin in a very long time. it's been ApeCoin fucking everything up and all that stuff, and Yuga is silent. They have their own problems, to be honest. But this is the first time we've seen them tweet about Ape like this in quite some time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to spend much more time on this right now. It's just it's an interesting thing that we keep checking back in because it is a big deal for the larger Web3 ecosystem. A lot of people are interested. So
yeah, this probably sums up your take here, DP, or the reason behind it. 0x, I don't know what account that is. They come into the show pretty often, but it doesn't look like folks at Yuga Labs don't seem to be fearful. Or it looks like they don't seem to be fearful from any SEC recourse. So even them putting out that tweet was, again, a sign that maybe they'll get involved because the whole narrative has been they don't want to touch it because they don't want to have any SEC affiliation like come in through ApeCoin. So Machi also saying, hey, fuck you guys. I'm going to build my own made by apes ape chain. So we'll see what happens with that.
Bro.
Yeah. See what happens with that. All right. We have Blast on the topic. Doodles came out with some stuff. What else do you guys want to hit here right off the bat? I do want to touch Blast for sure. Do you guys
into Blast?
Yeah, I mean, Blast. I want to fit Bitcoin art in there somewhere.
Let's do the Bitcoin art so I have some time to pull up Blast.
Yeah, good shit. And Biggie, I'd love to hear your experience there going for what's it called, flares, which I know you shared, but I'm curious because that wasn't your first Bitcoin mint, was it?
No, it wasn't. Obviously, it was less crowded when I bought my first ordinals. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I experience as in, yeah, I mean, it's what I expected, I guess, to a certain degree. There's just a lot of clunkiness in the Bitcoin ecosystem that goes with the mechanics and the implementation of that proof of work ecosystem that I've always said has those limitations. I don't know how much of this will be able to be addressed by Taproot and by Opcat, right? But yeah, I mean, it was as expected. I knew I was being a little greedy too. I was there with you when you were doing it live, right? And I was like, 0.2, should I fire? Nah, let's just be a degen in 0.5. And you know where I think I got even more greedy is that I tried to do 3. So you had to set the 1, 2, and 3 and just click. And then that was it. You're off to the races. And I figured that's the Bitcoin experience right now, right? You fire away. I have minted a couple of other things in this more frothy environment. And you fire away that transaction and it takes a while, right? For it to process. You're just kind of clicking refresh on the mempool site and seeing if it went through. And then some of these, like, I guess, register immediately and you can tell you got in. Some of them, like this one, was a hell of a ride. The shitty part was that I went like from I don't know to euphoria. I made it.
Right.
Oh shit! I didn't, and I got the money back. So, but again, I'm very much of the attitude. There's so much opportunity out here. I have no time to fucking whine about these things. It's just like on to the next one.
What did you think about maybe specifically like the demand you're feeling over there? Because I'm definitely feeling demand ramping up. And it's probably because I haven't played it. Like I haven't gotten into much art over there, but like there's something there. There's something brewing. And I see it more in Flores.
I think there's definitely like 3 established names right now that are undeniable, right? It's Hardo, CyberC, and OXFAR. Those 3 are kind of like must mints. Other than that, I see like other more like Ethereum based artists. We know Des Lucrece is coming. We see the Ani Force is coming as well to do some art. Like I told you before, I'm staying away from the communities for the time being. I'm only focusing on the art. Not to slight the communities, there are some that I very much like your Taproot Wizards for sure. But other than that, I'm just, it does feel like there's a mania going on there. And again, like I'm not partaking too heavily in it. Like I'll take my, I'll make my attempts at like art, like OXFARs and stuff like that. But no, not everything that's going out there catches my fancy, and that's what I see in my art collecting circles as well, whether it's Station 3, Collector's Corner, or Proof. What I see people hunting for is the art.
Draco Valley saying art and Bitcoin makes sense. Risk versus return there is good.
Yep.
Marty
Draco's a
McFly
gangster,
saying,
by the way.
Marty saying my experience with this drop yesterday, had to put kids to bed, opted to mint way too high, came back after reading Pete the Cat, and they hadn't sold any after my buy. Ouch.
Yep. That was rough. I don't like that they weren't doing a refund from the price you buy to the settle price, unless you held a specific NFT. So I like perks and I like stuff like that, but not in this case. Can you pull up Flora forms by chance? Because this is the one where I think we're
beautiful too, man.
It's
really
I'm gonna go out and cop one. I saw the floor price is 0.004.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Not crazy, but considering it's free, like this is interesting. So the couple things I noticed in here, one, it looks like, okay, I got to kind of like guesstimate how many sales we've seen, but we're at 19.11 Bitcoin in total volume. If I average that out to like 0.004 Bitcoin per sale, and I did 0.005 earlier, but it's like almost 5,000 sales if I do it at like 0.004. Like this has got some serious volume, which again is really interesting. The other thing though is the owner count's going down. Like it was 5,100 initially, it's down to 4,500 now. Like people like me are buying these.
Yeah,
people believe in this dude, and people are shopping for grails and stuff. This is an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, they give me like Gustav Klimt vibes,
That was his inspiration for it, I believe.
Yeah, it's very apparent. I like them. I think they're beautiful. Bummed that I missed it. I did track that one, but it never made it to public pretty much.
Yeah, they broke Magic Eden. I have never seen it that busted. Like there's some serious demand.
All right, Squashman saying first impressions, thoughts on Ink on BTC. Full disclosure, I have an allow list. Nick Swerve saying need to make us a token gated Discord, Marty, for FUD team so we can have discussions. Listen, that might be coming sooner than y'all think, and that we'll make you a FUD section. Well, you can put all your FUD in one section.
FUD chambers.
Draco Valley saying Flora is dope. By the way, watching over on X, we see you guys. Marty saying Pete the Cat rocks though. Good kids books. Draco, think we will see ETH people paper for persons coming up, or personas. Paper for personas.
What are personas?
Not sure.
Huh.
Dead Polar is saying who needs a blast invite. I do want to touch on that right before we get out of here. I'm going to transition a little bit to looking at some Ethereum floors. It looks like Genkai. Look at the CyberKongs over there rocking it here over on the Ronin blockchain. That's a great example there of your chain putting in some work for you. Ronin has a really, really awesome ecosystem, and them moving over to Genkai is fantastic. I don't know what the Genkai sales look like over there. Huda, have they started selling over there, or what's?
I'm looking right now. Actually, I'm curious if the floor price is higher right now. The floor price is 107 RON.
Do you know what that is in USD?
I think RON's like almost. It was hanging like $2.70, almost $3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a look at that difference. It looks like Checks VV is up 20%. G-Tag's actually getting a pretty strong amount of volume, more than they're used to. Oh, look at Proof in there. That can't be the Proof pass that went up to 100, can it?
That can't be, huh? It is.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. Okay.
It's good to see CyberKon's trying to do a little something, man. I really did enjoy the community. The brief time I spent over there, the Alpha community was pretty good. I want to see them rise back to the top.
Yeah, I think they're in the midst of a pretty cool comeback arc.
Draco saying Persona is an anime ETH collection minting next week. I'm pretty hyped. We'll try to find that.
Is that the one with the cool website? There's like you know all your information. Yeah.
There are 56% of you that are going to make us cover Wax blockchain. This is unfortunate. I did not know what I was going to get to.
What kind of boomers do we have in the audience?
TP's going to miss that episode.
Me too. Make sure
I'll be here, but
date where I'm not around. I
mean, they didn't say what kind of coverage we got to give them. They just said coverage, right?
Hey,
I mean, I'm excited. I haven't opened up my fucking Wax wallet in god near damn 3 years, maybe. It's been a while. Anyways, now that number's going up since we talked about it, so let's stop. Let's hit this Cosmo post. Also, remember when everybody thought this guy was Snoop Dogg? Those are fun days. Really, really fun days.
I remember that, and they had me thinking it was Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, yeah. Snoop's not right in this one. Let's talk about it though. Gif, you were bringing this up on GM Web 3. This post is getting a bunch of love. It has to do with being the narrative over there on Blast and what's to come. I want to get some specific details on when this unlock and when this mainnet will go live, but a lot of stuff is happening. Let's cover it.
I mean, look, let's just say that this is the type of attention and energy that has me starting to try and find ETH in new pockets that I can start moving over there, because everybody's starting to get more excited about the prospects of what Blast can do. I always thought that when it took off, it would be a top L2. But we're just starting to get a clearer picture of, the amount of interest, how many developers are developing there, what's going to make this different than a lot of their competitors and other L2s. And the gist of it is that a lot of the DeFi incentives of getting rewarded for participation is baked into the blockchain natively. And then also that a lot of because of who the builders are, specifically Pac-Man, the way that they operate, that a lot of the devs are going to kind of follow in a similar a similar MO, where they all want to reward the the bridgers, basically the liquidity providers, the people that are going to be early adopting over there. They all want to incentivize them to use their dApps. And a lot of people expecting that there's going to be this sort of cascading waterfall of different airdrop opportunities and incentives around this launch. So I'm trying to simplify it so we don't have to dig into it all, but I like the way that he set up that. Look, the strongest part of this narrative of why he's been able to achieve what's already been achieved, which was locking up $1.5 billion with just a multi-sig and no product, is that people truly believe that Pac-Man is a genius. And why do they think that? It's because he literally dismantled OpenSea. He wrecked OpenSea with Blur. And so people just see what he's capable of from a product
I liked what he did with Blend. I thought OpenSea kind of folded in on itself. It wasn't that much of a competitor. I mean, it was. Let me rephrase. The competition wasn't that strong. What they had was really dope. The moat was there, but the fight that OpenSea had was basically none.
So you're saying,
zero.
So you're essentially saying that it was more of OpenSea losing the war than other chains winning the battle.
I don't think they had much of a fight in them, as you can tell with them kind of talking about they're going to sell the product and all that stuff. I was much more interested in the fact that they took over the lending market, which was nascent, but there were some really cool fucking teams doing lending on NFTs, and it was instantly, okay, Blend is here. That's the product now. So, yeah, man, there's a whole bunch of things. I want y'all to jump in, but to me, yeah, he's a good builder.
I'm bullish, obviously. It's almost like you can't fade it, but I have my trepidations about it, right? I do think when I see this level of bullishness and of euphoria and the big honeypot that it is, I have my reservations, right? Just for that very reason, right? Seeing the people that are getting so bullish that are saying I'm underexposed, I'm putting all the remaining. I mean, obviously it's meant to make you feel bullish, but I can't help but kind of again take the contrarian take a little bit and be like, okay, but don't go crazy, don't go ham because something can happen. Again, NFA DYOR. I'm not fucking butting, the snowman, but I do think it's something that people should consider what they're going into, right? To me, I'm more curious actually about getting into the weeds. I don't want to simplify it. I want to understand how it was built. What are its, its moats and its advantages versus other L2s. Like I think Quant there, told us that it's built on optimism. Okay, so that's something I can wrap my head around a little more about, like how it's going to be processing transactions and confirmations. I imagine it's going to inherit some type of modular DA chain somewhere there. I don't know if it's going to be near or if it's going to be TIA, but I would like to know that as well. And then there's the elephant in the room that everybody is kind of like, I don't know, there's a fair about it, right? Which is the Ponzonomics of it, right? It's like farms as far as the eye can see, right? And it sounds beautiful. Like my little DGen heart is definitely beating faster when I hear about these things, right? Wow, like just airdrops galore, and all of these different projects that I'm going to be rewarded in and everything. But I feel like everybody's thinking the same way. And I recall a time when people were feeling the same way about Luna, right? And Do Kwon and how, dude, it could do no wrong. It was the bee's knees, the grails, all the VCs, all these super fucking MBAs from Stanford, all of them. Oh my God, like this is it. Like you're missing out. And then look at what happened. So I just have a little bit of trepidation with that. It's like, fine, it looks amazing. He's a crazy, amazing builder. He's proven, and I see the people that are behind him and that are looking to build for it. I cannot be the person that fuds it and says, no, it's going to zero. But I am a little bit worried. That's my thing.
Nick Swerve was saying that FUD team category is going to be the culmination of the greatest FUDsters in the game. It's like the player haters ball, and that just made my fucking day.
Yes, sir. And let me go ahead and tack on and prove to you why we'll be the greatest team on earth. Because truth be told, man, listen, I mean, I understand people talking about how great of a builder Pac-Man is. I feel like I won't be ready to give him that title until we see what happens with Blast. I think that, he caught lightning in a pan and with Blur, but let's see what happens with Blast. And on top of that too, man, can we really stop trying to hinge everything on, oh, the devs are coming over here and building things? Because truth be told, like, I feel like the devs in this space are like industry thoughts. Like every new chain that's released, everybody's always saying, oh, we got the devs. The devs are coming over here. They're building. The devs are going to build on any chain, especially when you start talking about Ponzi-nomics and how great things would be for them. Of course, they're going to come over and build. Now, I want to know what I would be more interested in if you can name some really reputable devs that are coming over and building. Not just saying devs are coming over and building. Like, I want some reputable names in the game. You know what I mean? That would mean something to me. But I listen, man.
It also
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And
I'm not fudding it. I'm not fading it. I am fudding it right now, but I'm not fading it. But what I'm saying is, I'm not as enthusiastic as everybody else is.
The point that you're trying to make, DP, I think is, I kind of see where you're going with it. I will say that with what Blast is attempting to do, they have to incentivize people, but they're selling it as like an innovative feature that they're offering these points. It feels like that's what all of the chains have always done. Is incentivize developers to come build. Is this the literal first time we're seeing it with like points within or tokens within the ecosystem? It just doesn't feel like that's the case.
I don't think that the idea of points itself is innovative or interesting. I think it's the fact it's the way that he does it that's innovative and interesting. That's my take on it. Just like you can say,
what do you mean by the way that he does it?
So let me give you an example. Somebody was pointing out when we were talking about, hey, it's great to see a marketplace being more aligned with the community. Rarible. What about Rarible? Rarible was fucking first to be more community focused, and yet they didn't make it work. Why did Blur?
Because their experience sucked and their comms sucked. Rarible.
Okay, so it's the way it was executed. That's my point. So what I'm trying to point to is both of them had a token. Both of them aligned themselves, one aligned themselves with creators, one didn't. I maybe Magic Eden is the better example here. They're aligning themselves with creators. Rarible aligning themselves with creators. Why is one doing better than the other right now? It's because of the way that it's being rolled out and executed and that experience. I just think the user experience, the way that he uses incentives, the way that he uses points, all of this stuff is going to be a leap forward from the way anybody else has done it. That's his genius. It's not that he invented the idea of points, guys. That's not it.
When I look at Say and I see, the first parallelized EVM, and then I look at Blast and we talking about, he's distributing points in a creative way. Like,
look,
you get what I'm saying? And we're touting it as like the next best L2 to come out.
That's what it is.
Competing with like Arbitrum and Optimism.
Paradigm knows how to pump this shit, man. They know the people to talk to get them to get the talk on X happening. They know how to play the fucking game. So that's why
and money follows more money. Liquidity follows liquidity. That's part of it. But I'm still saying that I'm not looking at the fact that he's the first one to have points. I believe that however he uses them is going to be more compelling to people than a lot of the other L2s that have also used points. That's all I'm saying.
So terms with one thing and one thing only, and that is that all of this is going to be dependent on how well that chain performs, period. All the points and Ponzonomics that are layered on top of it will only be as good as how well this chain performs. And I know
they know that.
My only issue here is that I do see a lot of people in parentheses, because they don't directly say it, but they are so euphoric about it that I fear some people are putting in maybe more size than they can muster. To answer your question, Marty, yes, I do have some ETH in it. Some, not a lot, not my whole bag. And I'm going to keep it that way. And another one, Quant, yes, like DeFi Summer made a lot of people rich. I get it. Farming is that, but it also wrecked a lot of people. Do remember that.
I have one more question, just for y'all to answer, and I get out the way. Is with this whole point system, right?
This is actually
how easy would it be for another chain to see what he's doing and see that it's successful and just knock it off, come out with the same system, maybe with a tweak or two, and just knock it off?
They don't have the background that Pac-Man here is having. Like, this is what I was mentioning with the Flow blockchain. The Flow blockchain got up to like the top 12 blockchain in the space in the last cycle. And it was because people looked at Dapper and were like, holy shit, they built CryptoKitties. They did this. They did all that. We're definitely going to move and start building over on Flow. Now, they executed terribly. They didn't have a DeFi scene at all. So you don't have this like full ecosystem thing. But, bro, they're following this guy because of the product that he built. So somebody can't come out of nowhere and be like, we're doing this unless they're fucking... Like, who else even compares from the interest?
How much of it is it the product, and how much of it is the tokenomics that he designed?
It's the promise of a product based on what they've already seen, is what I'm saying. They saw him build Blur. They saw him kick the shit out.
But what are they expecting, though? Is it like, that's my issue here? Is like,
to kick the shit out of somebody else.
The majority of people are aping into this. Is it because they expect a better product, or because they expect a fat fucking airdrop?
Look,
can we one thing, Gif, no, I'm sorry. I really want this take. I've been trying to say, like, I kind of called him out on this point system, but this seems really innovative. They're saying developers are encouraged to pass the points to the users of the dApps on the protocol to bootstrap their own network effects. That's the first time I've seen that. Gif, go ahead.
Yeah, and this is how a lot of times applications try and incentivize different people. They're offering, again, more layers of incentives at a higher level throughout the entire development of the blockchain. That's, again, it's not that he invented points or incentives, it's the execution and the way that they do it. But I just want to point out one thing, because I feel like the way that we're talking about this is not fully understanding what we mean when we're talking about the product aspect of why people think that he has the capability to deliver a superior product. Because when we talk about what they did to OpenSea, it seems like we're kind of just like, oh yeah, but whatever. Dude, what Blur was able to achieve in kicking OpenSea's ass is so fucking hard. Dude, to launch a product that achieved what Blur did is not an easy thing.
Nobody's debating.
I agree with that. I just said OpenSea didn't put up a fight. But yes, I agree with you.
They hurt themselves multiple different ways. I agree with that. But I just don't... I don't know that a lot of the people talking about this have actually tried to launch a product like this, like a global tech product with blockchain, all this type of stuff that's trying to do all the things that Blur does. And to actually execute it and take down the multi-billion-dollar behemoth in the room. Dude, this is not a small feat. This is a tremendously fucking difficult thing to achieve that was achieved with Blur.
Hey man, and I know I'm gonna get under Q skin when I say this, but hey, listen, man, Jordan won 6 rings, and that nobody could do that shit, but he went to baseball and was trash. So I mean, listen.
Hey,
why does that get into
my, you always get on me about using real world
it's a sports metaphor.
Oh no, I love sports metaphors. I wish we could use more sports metaphors. Yeah,
that was beautiful.
I thought you were saying I was a LeBron fan, which I am, but yeah,
you're right. Maybe this is the baseball to Pac-Man's Jordan.
Okay.
There's always that, right? We always talk about putting people on pedestals, and I do think that you do see this a lot. And not to take away anything about his accomplishments, right? Like I do think what he accomplished is a tremendous feat. Having said that, I don't think he purpose built Blur to, to take down OpenSea. He purpose built it because he saw the end game of where trading and NFTs was going, and he just took it there immediately. And the fact that OpenSea happened to be a competitor, well, yeah, fuck them, right? But I think by that time, OpenSea was already very much hated, and they weren't very good at reacting to the community. So I'm not gonna, I mean, it's almost like he stepped in the ring when OpenSea was already kind of getting fucking beat up by everybody in the community. Like, and all of a sudden Blur showed up and it was like, yes, anything but OpenSea. Again, not taking away any of the accomplishments. I'm just saying, like, let's kind of have some context there.
Yeah, but why wasn't it X2, Y2, or one of these other platforms that won over everyone? You know what I mean? Like they were all
sure superior product, 100% like a superior product.
Huda, your video is kind of lagging behind.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's weird too. I was like,
your audio is fine.
Hop out and hop back in. Yeah.
We're about to leave here in like the next 3 minutes. But yeah, Huda, hop in, hop back, or hop out, hop back in. Go ahead.
I think it's fixed.
Yeah, so you're good now. You're good now.
Also, by the way,
he's not real, people. It's AI.
Damn it,
I'm a fucking wizard.
It's a taped loop.
You're a wizard, Huda.
Yeah,
first of all,
he knows exactly when we're asking the question. He's like, all right, they're going to talk about Blast here. I know.
Right. We have to mention, first of all, that y'all out there watching this show and voting are absolute fucking schadenfreude sadists. What are you doing? Why do you want us to be fucking? Why do we have to cover wax? Like, somebody explain it to me, please.
Babies instead.
They don't love us. They want our channel.
They don't. This is. I feel betrayed by this poll right now.
Yeah, y'all are the ones gonna have to sit through it. I swear to God, if none of you that voted show up for that show either, because I'm gonna plaster it. I'm a thumbnail is gonna be wax. Like, we're going to full wax. If y'all aren't here for it, I'm gonna be upset.
And the whole thing's gonna be
not looking forward to it.
The whole thing is Biggie on one long rant, waxing poetic about his most recent bag that he's into. Okay, that's gonna be the whole fucking show. We'll call it Biggie's Wax.
Biggs Wax.
Nice, Biggs Wax.
All right, he's done. Look, apparently there's something happening. I said apparently. Apparently there's something going on over here with NFL all day, and also NBA Top Shot to add on to that. So talking about an ecosystem that maybe was huge back last cycle and then is now picking up. Maybe we douse in some NBA Top Shot on that wax show whenever we decide to have it a year from now. Yeah, guys, this has been a fantastic show. Thank you guys for tuning in throughout. We've had a great just conversation with all 5 of us, man. It's happy to be here. I know I said earlier in the episode it feels like I'm taking off tomorrow. I'll be here for a long time. It's just 17 years in crypto sounds like a fucking long time if I'm thinking about it. To my mental health and all that stuff. So I'll be here tomorrow, NFT Live. We'll be getting after it. Let's go around the box here and head out. Huda, go ahead.
So, yeah, I guess I'll leave it on blast because I didn't make any comments there. And like, I don't have any comments on Blast because I don't have any exposure to it, and I don't know anything about it, and I don't know how so many other people know so much about it. Apparently, like I don't get it. But that conversation actually made me bullish and made me want to look into it and throw some ETH at it. So god damn it, guys! Like I wasn't expecting that. Thank you.
You got yellow pilled or like neon pilled.
Yeah,
DP.
yeah.
Hey, quick question: is Dot Radio happening tomorrow?
I think we're retiring that.
All right.
Early retirement.
All right.
Oh no!
Well, it was the number one greatest first episode ever. But
First and last episode.
Yeah,
I
hate to see it
Jesus.
go. It was nice, but yeah, man, tap in with us. Continue to support us. We will continue to bring you all the great rants, the great news, the positivity, the FUD, all of the above. And I see you all next Thursday, or maybe even tomorrow. So tap in. Who knows? I'll be here next Thursday for sure, though.
Yeah, DP's getting great at representing this network here. I love to see you getting it. We're working out your presentation and how we're pitching, what we're doing on the Web3 network. I fucking love it, dude. Keep it up.
I love being here, man. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. No, we're happy and lucky to have you. And all these amazing people, especially Biggie Poppins. We love this man. And Marty. Shout out Marty. All y'all, Squash Man. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow.
Guess the rest of us will just leave.
Nah, all y'all. Come on. Jeez, Nifty Q likes to make it personal a lot.
What?
We appreciate the Dob Father too, of course. Smash the like for Nifty Q, the Dob Father of all of this here. I don't know. I'll just say OVOT. That's all.
That's a nice bake hoodie, by the way, man.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Oh, the white one? Yeah, the whites.
Yeah. That shit is kind of fly, man. They got the logo on the side of it.
It's just not as creamy as I'd expect, It needs some extra cream on that.
A little cream on cream action. Yeah, I got you.
God, it makes me cringe whenever you say that, bro.
Huda, get your head out of the gutter, Huda.
First thing in the morning, I wake up, I'm in bed, is I hear Nifty Q go, it's like, that's me in the corner with cream on cream. And I'm just
the cream on cream with the orange beanie.
Yeah, it does sound fucking dirty.
What are you talking about?
And on that note,
you do you, my guy.
How else would you talk about that Dob?
It's
the cream on cream with the orange beanie.
The vanilla Dob. I don't fucking know.
There's a lot of other ways, but he chose cream on cream. He chose cream on cream.
It literally is cream on cream. Biggie Poppin', send us out of here, man. Let's get the hell out of here.
Fam, we'll see you tomorrow. Love you.